Welcome viewers to Thought Leader Show. I'm Major Sunil Shetty. Well, continuing with our series at Voxen University Trade Tower, which is an accelerator, an incubator and innovation hub. My next guest is Dominic Kanba, who's a professor of strategic entrepreneurship at HHL. Welcome Dominic, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So you've been here for about a few days now, right? Here?
Right. So I came from Germany, and I'm at the partner university of Voxen, HHL Leipzig Graduate School of Management, and I'm here for almost a week now. Here, have my office at the Trade Tower as well, and it's fantastic to see the entrepreneurial spirit here in India.
So what is the difference you found, or the commonalities or similarities did you find with entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs back in Germany and the people you've been meeting here in Voxen?
So I think what unites the entrepreneurs is really this hunger for growth, and especially in the digital sphere, I've met highly motivated young talents that are eager to change something and that have great ideas in a great number of verticals, also different industries. And I'm impressed what I see here, and that reminds me very much of the spirit that we're having in Germany. Looking for new digital solutions in fields.
And Germany also, is known for technology, right? So with this, relationship or the MOU that HHL and Voxen are going to enter into, how do you think this whole relationship is going to morph into? What is it going to lead to?
Yeah, very good question. And I think India and Germany can, in terms of entrepreneurial activities, really put their strengths together. I'm very, very happy that we had already the first exchange of Trade Tower with startups from Germany, and we saw already how the feedback from a different perspective also was received in Germany. And this is something where we see also great opportunities for both sides. So startups in Germany thinking about maybe internationalizing and seeing, of course, India as a potential target market, and vice versa, right? Indian entrepreneurs thinking of how to enter the European market. Therefore, our relationship is or shall be a very, very important driver of that.
And Germany can be the gateway to the European market, isn't it, for Indian startups?
Right. So Germany is the heart of Europe, heart of the European Union. We work together also with startups around Europe. In Germany, we have just had a pan-European startup competition with 60 teams from 30 universities all over Europe, and this is something where, of course, India can be a part and see the chances there.
Interesting. You also have an exchange program, right, which you will have between Voxen and HHL. Tell us about it. What exactly would happen in the exchange program?
Right. So the exchange program is very much based on our institutions that partner together, and students from Germany coming to Voxen, spending a term abroad here, and also then being able to work here at Trade Tower, work on their idea, work together with Indian students here, and the same happens in Germany. So we have a digital space, our incubator program at HHL, which is a structured incubation program similar to Trade Tower, and also there the exchange students coming from Voxen University to Germany have the chance to interact and also see and feel what is happening and working together. Because we have the belief that on the one hand, of course, we can work together virtually, but it's also about physical exchange. And this is why it is also important that we meet physically, that I'm here also frequently teaching students here in India about digital business models and bring them some insights from Germany and another perspective.
India is a young nation, people with, the large number of demography-wise, large number of young people in here. How do you see this relationship between India and Germany? How will they complement each other?
Right. So you talk about the young nation of India, and I like the spirit. Since I'm here, I met so many young, highly motivated people. It's really fantastic. And this is maybe a little bit complementary to Germany, as our population is aging. Anyhow, this requires us to get good people to Germany also, and get good ideas to Germany, especially in fields like healthcare, elderly care, where also many digital solutions might come up. and therefore, India, and we have at HHL actually the biggest foreign nationality on our campus is Indians already. So there is many Indian students coming to HHL in Germany and also using this as either building their own business in Germany or in Europe, or going on the job market in Europe. And therefore, I think our relationship, strengthening this relationship is the next step of it.
Great. And coming to, you also teach digital marketing, isn't it?
Digital business modeling.
Sorry, my bad. Digital business modeling, that's what you teach.
Right.
Tell us about it as to, for the benefit of young entrepreneurs out there,
right.
What is digital business modeling all about?
Right. So I currently teach a course here at Voxen University about digital business models, which really focuses on how to build a digital business. And I mean, of course, we talk about the frameworks that are important to understand, like the business model canvas and all the tools that are relevant, because we believe that entrepreneurship can also be taught. And however, it's not a subject like any other university subject, maybe where you study by heart from a book and write an exam in the end. The course we are having here at Voxen University is really hands-on, and it is about learning also from others. So on the one hand, it's really understanding in depth how to build a digital business model, looking at the problem-solution fit, really not starting with your solution first, right? And start with the problem. Find the problem where you find customers that are willing to pay you for solving this problem, and then find the specific solution to it. It's a very important mindset that we are teaching, and then we are looking at case studies from all around the world to really understand from very well-known cases, for example, about WeChat in China, but also looking into existing companies and how they built up digital business models to rejuvenate.
Well, also the fact remains that digital is ever evolving, so it is not constant. So one has to keep, keep updating yourself with that, isn't it?
Definitely.
Also, just want to, when we were speaking outside, you talked about you're also working on the metaverse. So I want to get your thoughts on it as to what I will get you on another show, in depth to talk about metaverse. But then tell us about what your thoughts about metaverse. Where are we going with metaverse?
Yeah. I mean, you say it's the buzzword right now. And I think it's such an exciting aspect because, I mean, to be honest, before October 2021, when Mark Zuckerberg announced Facebook switched to Meta, right?
Yes.
No one had heard of it. Has really had it in the mind, and now it's the one topic, right? It's so interesting how it came. But looking back, I mean, metaverse technology is in the discussion for 12 years. So if you look back, the first also academic studies about it, 2010 around, right? And so my thought about it is Facebook is pushing that, right? And with this signaling effect also, rebranding their name to metaverse or in Meta, so really signaling that they see in this technology the future. I think we will see a lot of things happening. It's interesting at the moment. I have the feeling it's hard to describe. Everyone talks about it, but it's still hard to grasp, and it's still hard to what will really happen.
It seemed like what was the case in the 80s and 90s with internet. Right. As to what internet would do. Right. What would we actually build on top of internet? We had no idea.
Right, and it's the same situation also when I talk with students or others saying, it's maybe not convenient to get into the metaverse, right? It's maybe just for the Gen Z something and not for everyone. And I thought, hey, this is exactly what was a discussion 30 years ago with internet, right? It was not convenient to get onto the internet, right? It was not something for everyone. It was very, very niche group. Yeah. And these are the similarities. And I think with the power of Facebook really pushing this technology, we will see fantastic developments there.
So in coming times, do you think the existing social media like the likes of the Facebook, LinkedIn, they would somehow get into this space of metaverse? And would you think the next round of social media would come in the metaverse space?
Yeah, so I want to do a bold statement here, and I would say yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm convinced that metaverse technology will really change the way we interact in the digital sphere. definitely. And
maybe 10 years down the line, you and me would be doing an interview in metaverse.
yeah, maybe 10 years down the line, maybe just 5, we don't know, but I definitely see it, and I like that you're pointing out 10 years. So I definitely see it as something that won't change the world and the social media within the next 12 to 24 months. That is a long-term thing. But yeah, 5 to 10 years down the road, I definitely think. So.
Well, I mean, because we cover a lot of businesses, and we know that one of the first stores that came up in Hyderabad city sells metaverse enabled products. Basically what it means is the hardware, the IT hardware, the IT industry is already pushing metaverse enabled hardware. So the movement has already started.
Right.
It's now it's all about connecting the dots.
Right. And this is what's so interesting about the metaverse, because it connects many single technologies, right? I mean, blockchain is a very important driver of it. I mean, AR, VR have been there for a long time, but is there a breakthrough? Not yet, right? It took some time, and maybe as it all comes together in the metaverse, this is really the breakthrough for many of these technologies. Another aspect that I'm seeing is when it really will get interesting if we merge the real world and metaverse, right? Through hardware, maybe, bringing things together from the metaverse, like assets, real assets that you might have in the metaverse, projecting them, so to say, in the real world. And there will be, so I think it's hard to imagine what all will be possible and what all will be happening in the future, but I'm very confident that things are happening.
Well, we recently did an interview with founder of Superworld, which is based in metaverse, and Rish, who's based in US. He was talking about how they're selling space in the virtual world. So you could actually buy a billboard around Eiffel Tower. The famous monument in Europe. So that's what Superworld is doing there. So I think it's time now all the dots get connected. And probably in 5 years, 10 years time, we'll start making sense of what metaverse or where metaverse is leading to.
Definitely. And as a German, I have to say also that interesting will be see how it will be regulated. So in Germany and Europe, we are very much about regulation, right?
Well, India too. I think we're still debating on the cryptocurrencies. So I think the regulation will,
and this will also play an important role. But I think as entrepreneurially minded people, we need to look at the opportunities before we think so much of the showstoppers. And this is very important.
What do you think? What is your take on these? When these regulations come in, as you're calling it showstoppers, does it in any way hamper the growth of the entrepreneurial spirit, unleashing the entrepreneurial spirit?
So I think definitely that some part of the regulation and also the bureaucratic processes also can be a showstopper, not necessarily, but definitely slowing down the progress. And this is why I think it's most important for entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, to first think in what is possible and what is really the idea, and then show or look a little bit later into what might hinder this. And there is maybe a way around to pivot and not get distracted from some regulation.
Great. Finally, My Startup TV is a channel for startups and ecosystem players like you. What are your thoughts about our channel?
Fantastic. So I got to know about the channel very recently, had a look on the website, really interesting content, and I can just congratulate you. So you also want to know a new viewer in the future. So
thank you. Very appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we look forward to hosting you on some of our panel discussions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.